Hi there crafters, Louise with you today. Thanks so much for checking out this video. I am sharing a Paper Rose Design Team Studio 12 by 12 layout today. Now I really do love these background papers, and the neutral colors and the bold patterns really stand out to me. But again, I'm the type of scrapper where I don't like to be too overwhelmed by a pattern. So this is again just a little tip about how you can not restrict or minimize, but just take a little bit of that intensity out. And so today I'm cutting the 3 strips in 3.5 by 11.5, and I'm going to distress those edges and lay them over a black background. So this just gives you a little pop of each of those patterns, and they coordinate really well together, and then I can go ahead and build over the top. So recently I took a little trip to Bali with my family, and we visited the I can't pronounce it. I'll just say waterfall. We visited the waterfall. We did waterfall tours, and they had these beautiful photo opportunities. And of course, our tour was fantastic. Snapped a lot of photos for us, and this is one of those photos. So I'm teaming it today with Afternoon in the Park, and I really just adore this collection. I think the pinks and the colors, and you know, there was a whole packet of washi strips to use, lots of little bits and pieces from this Afternoon in the Park collection that just work beautifully for creating areas to little pieces to put into your clusters. So really fun collection, and I'm going to build 2 areas of interest. So obviously I'm going to work around my photo, but I'm also going to look at that bottom right hand corner to build a secondary cluster, because I want to make sure that my layout is well balanced, and I'm always thinking about sort of that visual triangle, and my triangle in this case is that bottom right hand corner, and then there's 2 points in the photo cluster area. So that's how I'm sort of visually working when I'm putting a layout together. I'm thinking about what makes it aesthetically pleasing, and that's often that sort of 3 points of that triangle. Now you must excuse me here, my corner rounder has completely died. It is on its last legs. I need to invest in a new corner rounder, so it does make some dodgy sort of rounded, half rounded corners at the moment, which is interesting, but yeah, eventually I get there. So at this point you can see I've added a little journaling area. Journaling is quite important in my opinion when we're scrapping, even if it's just to write somewhere on the layout who's in the photo, where they were, what the occasion was. And you can do this on the back as well. So don't feel like you need to necessarily, put your journaling on the front of your layout, even if you write it on the back. I purely just think that there may come a time in our lives when somebody is looking at our layouts, and a lot happens in life. You may forget who was in the photo, where it was, and be trying to explain it to someone later on in your life and have no memory of that. So I think that some portion of journaling is very important, and I definitely encourage you to make a small effort for your journaling. All right, I really do like these little circular elements. I'm going to use a Paper Rose die cut. I don't do a lot of die cutting, but I am going to challenge myself in this particular case. I'm also going to cut out some of those bigger rounded letters from the patterned paper and pop that as my main area of title as well. So sticking a few bits and pieces down. Now for this fabulous piece, I have cut 2 of them. So I've cut the first one in that same striped purple patterned paper, and then I've cut a black one as well to be the outline. So that outline is going to really just help that title really pop and give you that sort of coloured view. Now I wasn't sure about where to put these bigger because it was quite a large title, so I ended up just breaking it down and popping it in there slightly different. Thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed.